Before we go for our lovely Lionsgate portal and for the new moon, in case we don't have any messages, the message is pretty straightforward and pretty clear. The essence of love and life, true love, and therefore unconditional, flawed with integrity, and you being yourself with other. So the song that channeled and came through, one of the many, does anyone know I Want to Hold Your Hand by the Beatles? Okay, so let's remember this lovely first something I wrote a while back, and then we'll move on to the lyrics, and then we'll move on to maybe some oracle cards if we have time. Okay, so let me count the ways that I love. Love is infinite, remember, and for my lovely Poly secure community, time is what we need to learn to allocate together with those who are our secure connections and those who are our secure attachment relationships that we get to build homes with once we've had the active, yes, I want to be a safe haven, secure base, yes, yes, and yes. And so we all know how to work with our functional adult love language tone, nothing else. So you appreciate you, I appreciate me, and we get to be the authentic self. So you will have had the capacity to know your inner child and bring the prefrontal cortex into the room. And so, like Sadhguru shares, that your contribution to the world is you, how you live, how joyful you are, everything has an impact. Okay, so let me count the ways that I love. The smiles you bring to my heart, the silence you fill with awe and splendor, the essence of life and love that you are, the magic that the mere expression of you holds, the embodiment of the infinite and unknown splendors of life that you bring to me each day. I love thee for that which our fusion creates. It is love and life in form, completely conscious of being and awakened in every breath, thought, and action we take, both together and apart. Let me count the ways I love thee, in knowing that together we bring to life that which is deemed impossible to be experienced by a mortal being. The experience of love and life in its utmost unlimited and infinite expression and potential. So two human beings, differentiated selves, who come together and accept each other for who they are. That's what a mui is, and that's two different human beings who are independent, conscious lovers, which is why they have compersion. That means they're happy for each other, whether they're flying in the same room or they're flying apart, and no matter how many miles apart they may be, they always come back together because they are consistently infinitely and beyond, plus minus always balance. Okay, and that is actively what an oversoul and what a divine feminine can tell you. We actively know about our divine masculine for a twin flame and masculines for our twin flames and soulmates, and that is where we also know how the future goes for some of us like me. Okay, so now we go to the I Want to Hold Your Hand, and true love is just as innocent as the lyrics of this song. And that is the part where he says, and when I touch you, I feel happy inside. So taking a hand, that's all it takes. If there's two people, right, that enjoy each other, and then, yeah, you got that something. And that I think you'll understand when I say that that's something. And so when you look in each other's eyes, this is the one moment of truth when people can read each other, which happens. That's to a T. It's beautiful. And that's the essence of love and life. And it doesn't get any less beautiful. The pureness of unconditional love is that we can have splinters and ruptures. It's not going to cut, because we love, like that Rumi quote, from the heart and soul, not with the eyes. The eyes are not what we are actively using. So if I shut them, I can still feel that you are with me. Like with the other Beatles song, there's a couple of them. All you need is love. No, no, no. Learning how to play the game. All you need is love. And then there's hello and goodbye. You say yes, I say no, and you say go, and da da da. It's okay. So there's no boxing gloves. There's actively joy when you meet those who do have the essence of love and life in the forefront. And it's kind of like this John Lennon quote. When I was 5 years old, he says, my mother always told me that happiness was the key to life. When I went to school, they asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. I wrote down happy. They told me I didn't understand the assignment, and I told them they didn't understand life. And with that being said, we're going to allow this to be the conclusion, and then I'm going to come with some channeled guidance messages with our oracle cards. But again, true love. It is innocent as any other person who is truly connected to this lovely spirituality journey that we get to do here. So some of you, you're mystics, and you join us for that aspect at the IHP community. Others of you get to hear about it, but you are purely getting to do I embody the restorative embodiment self. So being self-aware, accountable, and regulating your embodied lovely self is you being, even if you don't consider yourself true spirituality or in any way, shape, or form spiritual, like Dr. Daniel Siegel, who is a person whose science is man. He got invited to the conferences of this spirituality because he lives a life that is of meaning and connection beyond the solo self, and he contributes to our human herd. So we all are here to support each other to embody that wellness. And well-being is an integrated brain. Your brain seeks to heal itself from any trauma charges. The embodied brain it is, and your body seeks to heal from any trauma charges and move to its homeostasis. You are essence of love and life because the oxytocin gene hormone is on when you are an integrated brain who has secure attachment, a differentiated self, the 1-year-old attached panicky, 3 to 7 shame submissive, the freeze of all ages, the flight 11, 12, and the fight 14, 15, 16. But you can only be the essence of love and life of you when your teenager is not ruling you and your child parts are fast asleep and you're using that prefrontal cortex. That's why self-help and personal development and the spiritual self-help works for my 5D lovely human being mystics. So join us here where we do know how to walk a walk and talk a talk like Jesus taught me and God. And as for those who do not welcome us in their vicinity, 3D, 4D, it's okay. They don't need to like Akashic record readers, Reiki masters, tarot card oracle readers, channelers. They don't have to welcome those of us who have the so-called spiritual gifts or clairs. Science also explains it. It's energy. It's not something mechanical or technical. It's called the essence of love, the essence of life with love, and it's not only a doorway, the heart. Our gut, our hearts, and our brain, they work together, and we're going to talk some more about that. So again, thank you for stopping by. Like, share, and subscribe if you want, and hopefully this Lionsgate portal brings you a beautiful buttload of love, and I'm sure some of you will be enjoying that. So we'll be again back soon.